Happy Aloha Friday, everyone, and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host, Chad Owens. Yes, look, hey, flex on this Flex Friday because you made it through the week. We finished strong, and I got an exciting show for you guys today, as always. So sit back, relax, and look, enjoy this one. This is the weekend, baby. Let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. All right, I want to start with our local news, and our sports guru, as I like to call him, Stephen Tsai, has got two stories in today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser. One on UH football, spring practice, which started yesterday. We're all fired up about that. And the other one is about UH basketball. So look, make sure you guys check that out. But look, I'm going to start off with the University of Hawaii spring practice. No fans, and I know that's tough because spring ball, I remember spring ball being packed. A lot of fans at the practice, so it just gave you a little extra energy. But look, I'll tell you what's giving these guys this energy this year is that they have practice, is that they are able to participate in spring ball. And I love what Coach Todd Graham said. And he's right to business, man. He is right to business. He said, hey, respect is earned. You got to go out there and earn your respect. You know, I know this isn't pro sports. You know, we're talking about college here. But you have to approach it that way, like a business, because every single one of these guys, their goal is to make it, to become a pro. So you got to have that business sort of attitude when you go out there. And Coach Graham said it's going to be competitive. You got to compete for your job. No job is secure. And that's got to be your mindset going into each and every day. If you have that sort of pro mindset of, hey, no, I got to be better today than I was yesterday. I have to be better on this play than the play that just happened. See, in sports, and especially in football, you got to have a short-term memory, right? One snap and clear. I've talked about that. And Coach Todd Graham and that staff is creating a competitive atmosphere. Iron sharpens iron. And I know they're all fired up and excited. And newly, offensive coordinator, Bo Graham, who's calling all the plays this year, is excited for this run and gun offense. He said that you haven't seen anything yet. So look, I'm excited. I'm an offensive guy. I can't wait to see what this offense produces this year. You know, with Chevron Cordero, who's leading that charge. Calvin Turner Jr. coming back. Man, that is exciting. So make sure you guys check out today's Honolulu Star-Advertiser, the sports guru, Stephen Tsai, for more details on day one of spring football. The other story is on University of Hawaii. Well, now former University of Hawaii men's basketball player, Wally Bales. He decided to stay in Australia, to stay home, as opposed to coming back for another season. He's got a family, and he said that he is feeling a little homesick, and he's going to pursue a professional basketball career so he can better support his family. And, you know, I know it's tough, especially with this pandemic, not being able to be around your family. That makes it hard. And so I know he had a tough decision to make, but at the end of the day, you always have to do what's best for you and your family. So look, Wally, we're all behind you, man. We're going to support you 100%. Hey, man, once a warrior, always a warrior. You're in this fraternity forever. So good luck in that next chapter. And, you know, congratulations on being bold enough and being strong enough to make a decision. I know it's hard to walk away from your brothers, from the school and everything that you've, put in, all that work you've put in thus far. It's tough to walk away from that. You know, you build memories, you build, trying to build a legacy and all those things. And look, you decided to make the best decision for you and your family. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. So look, make sure you guys go check out Stephen Tsai's story on that for more details. And again, Wally, congratulations, brother. Go get him. And on a national level, the NBA trades has been going crazy. I mentioned that on Wednesday, but I just want to give you a little bit of heads up of what actually went down. And I'm saddened to see, Norman Powell. I'm a Toronto guy. Right? You guys all know that I was in Toronto. I was in Canada for a number of years. Played for the Toronto Argonauts. So Toronto became my home. The Six represented all of that. And Norman Powell was a huge part of that Toronto Raptors team. It was part of that sort of rise and part of that championship run, which they won. So, he got traded to the Portland Trail Blazers, and, he's an up and coming. He's a rising star. And he, in sports, I talk about this all the time in contracts, man. I've said this before. You got to strike when the iron's hot. And it's not that he chose to go to Portland, but on the business side, hey, Norman Powell's a rising star. So the Raptors knew he had value. He was coming up on his contract year. They probably wasn't going to get him. They were probably going to lose him to free agency anyway. So why not get something for him? Yeah, that is tough. The business side of sports is tough, but that's what it is. And look, for Norman Powell, he's a Portland Trailblazer, and he knows that after this year, he's gonna get his money. So that's what happened on the 6th. And also, I'm excited to know that Kyle Lowry, greatest Raptor of all time, remains in Toronto. All right, when you think of Toronto, you think of two people. Number one, Drake. Number one, right? And then you think of Kyle Lowry, of what he means to that city. He brought them a championship. So, I'm excited that Kyle's remaining in Toronto. And there's some speculation saying that now that he made it through the trade, he might be signing an extension with the Raptors. Could be around like 2 years, maybe around $50 million. And that's crazy to think that you go from possibly almost being traded to now signing an extension. Possibly. So sports is wild, man. And also, Rajon Rondo, who won a championship with the Lakers last year, was an Atlanta Hawk, just got traded to the LA Clippers for Lou Williams, the former sixth man of the year. They're saying that Rajon Rondo could be the difference maker, could be one of the key pieces to elevate this Clipper team. They got Kawhi Leonard. Last year, it wasn't what it panned out to be. And they needed to add some more pieces. They need to add more veteran, more experience, more championship experience. And that's what Rajon Rondo brings to the table. So look, that's it for the NBA trades. There's a lot more going on, but those were the notables. So let's keep it moving. And last but not least, UFC 260 is happening tomorrow. I don't know if you guys saw Dana White on IG, but he was going crazy over this card. Well, he kind of always goes crazy when he's promoting these fights. He's a great promoter, great businessman, by the way. But anyway, look, this fight is packed. But I'm going to talk about the main fight. This heavyweight title fight between Stipe and Francis Ngannou. Second time they fought. First time was back in 2018, and Stipe just outclassed, outexperienced, and basically outlasted Ngannou. Right? Ngannou is a Mike Tyson type fighter. Right? Prior to Stipe, his fights never lasted out of the first round. Like, he's within seconds, knocking guys out. So, didn't have the proper condition. He didn't go to distance. He wasn't, seasoned, is what they call it. But you know what? Sometimes in defeat, that's what unlocks our full potential. It's what pushes us to go into a deeper form of preparation, mentally and physically. And it's exactly what Ngannou did. He moved to Vegas full time, hired a new coach, hired an agent, hired a marketing team, literally took everything out of his hands and passed it off so others can help him, and he can just focus on one thing. And that's just training and preparing. Training, preparing. Right? Eliminate all the outside, the fog, as we like to call it. Take away the fog. And now he's been on a tear. Now he's more ready and more seasoned than he's ever been. Not taking anything away from Stipe. They're just calling him the greatest heavyweight of all time. But this is going to be a fight. This is going to be something where I think Francis Ngannou is ready and primed to be a superstar. So I'm excited for this fight tomorrow. UFC 260. Let us know where you're going to be watching that from and who your picks are. And look, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. That is it for today's show. As you can see behind me, it is a beautiful day. I'm going to go hit this ocean. It is the weekend. I hope you all are excited and plan to go catch some sun as well. I'll catch you on Monday.